All right, it was honestly an interesting encounter, Arsenal versus Tottenham. And to be frank, I think Tottenham did not honestly come to the party at all today. They did not come to the party at all today. They are transitioning, both attacking and defensive wise, was poor, and they lost the ball easily. And I feel they they came to the pitch knowing fully well that Arsenal would definitely dominate the game. Their play were not very convincing. The defenders were not decisive. Honestly, I feel Arsenal was 100% a better side today. And to be frank, Arsenal they are back to that pool position, 5 points clear off the English Premier League table. Though they've played a match better than City. Arsenal they've currently played 28 matches, while City they played 27 matches. Honestly, the title race is fully between Arsenal and Man City. I don't think, or rather, Aston Villa are not in the title conversation. But if you look at um, this title race between Manchester City and Arsenal, we've had time where Arsenal were in the title contention in the last 2, 3, 4 season, and they ended up slipping during the last phase of of the competition. Honestly, and we are almost having a repeat of something like that going on in this season. But Arsenal today, when they square up against Tottenham, they showed that they don't want to make the mistake they've been making season in, season out. They want to win the league. With the 4-1 win over Tottenham today, I think that was convincing enough. That speaks a lot to Arsenal readiness to win the trophy. Honestly, it's City having one game more to play than Arsenal. City currently has 11 matches more to play, while Arsenal currently has 10 matches to play. This will shock you that both City and Arsenal are going to play the finals in the Carabao Cup. They are still in the FA Cup, and they are still in the Champions League. It is safe to say that Arsenal and Manchester City at the moment have the same number of matches to play to the end of the season, except one of them gets eliminated from either the FA Cup or the Champions League. When it comes to the Carabao Cup, they'll be facing each other at the Carabao Cup. So let's really take a look at Arsenal next 5 or 6 fixtures. Arsenal next fixture is going to be on the 1st of March against Chelsea at the Emirates. After that, they're going to play against Brighton, and after Brighton, they'll play Everton. After Everton, they're going to play Bournemouth, and that they're going to play Manchester City on the 18th of April, and the 6th match is going to be against Newcastle. And if you look at their next 6 matches, it's going to be a tough one for Arsenal. But they honestly have to win. Any slip for them will mean that any slip and Manchester City get the result right will mean that Manchester City might go ahead of them in the English Premier League table. Manchester City, on the other hand, if you look at their next 5 matches in the English Premier League, they are going to play Leeds United. Then after they're going to play Nottingham Forest, West Ham United, Crystal Palace, and they're going to play Chelsea before they square up against Arsenal. I think after Arsenal, they're going to play Burnley. That's their next 7 matches. But for Arsenal, it's their next 6 matches. If you look at the 6 matches of both teams before they both meet, they're going to meet. They're going to meet at the I think the fifth, the fifth. They're going to meet sometime along the remaining matches of the season. And if you look at the next 6 fixtures of Manchester City, the likes of Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Palace, Chelsea, and Arsenal themselves. If you look at those first 4 matches there, they are games Manchester City will win on a normal day. On a good day, Manchester City can win those matches. And if you look at the other hand, if you look at Chelsea, Arsenal games on the other hand, Arsenal will be facing Chelsea, facing Brighton, Everton, Bournemouth, before they face Manchester City. I think Arsenal has a bit of harder fixtures than Manchester City. And if you go by this, or rather, if Arsenal are able to win their next 6 matches, I think that will put them in poor position to win the league. They have 30 points more to play. They are currently on 61 points, while Manchester City has 50 has 11 33 points to play more to play for. They are currently on 56 points. Honestly, Arsenal have more goal difference. I think Arsenal at the moment they are currently on if I'm not mistaken 35 goal difference, while City are currently on 30. That might also count. That might also be a decider in determining who wins the league. But for me personally, I feel this league right now is going to go on to the last day of the English Premier League. It's going to go on to the last day of the English Premier League. Manchester City or Arsenal, they are going to win the English Premier League on the last day, and the fixture between Manchester City and Arsenal is going to be at the Etihad, and it's going to be a major decider of what the title is going to look like. Don't forget that Arsenal they've been runner up consecutively in 4 seasons, and this season they're taking it a step higher, wanting to win the league, wanting to win it in a more fashionable way. They are still in the Champions League, still in the FA Cup, still in the Carabao Cup, and they are in poor position to win the English Premier League. Honestly, I feel this is Arsenal's best season. Honestly, if you ask me, this is Arsenal's best season in their last five, and I honestly wish they will be able to win one or two trophy. Arteta has only won one trophy since taking over at Arsenal, I think for like 7 or 8 years right now, and winning a trophy this season will be something very remarkable for the Gunners. Honestly, if you ask me, I feel they will be able to, they should be able to win at least one or two trophy if they set their priority right, if they remain focused, if their mentality remains top notch, and at the end of the day, I see them winning one or two trophy. I won't be able to say the one I feel they might win, but I feel they are in poor position to win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, because they are currently number one in the Premier League table, and they are currently in the finals of the Carabao Cup. But if you look at the person that is stopping them from winning this trophy, is definitely Pep Guardiola in the Premier League and in the Carabao Cup, and this is Arteta's. Pep Guardiola is Arteta's boss, and he knows the game, and I think he knows the game is more experienced, better than Arteta. Will his experience come into play now, or Arteta will be lucky this season to outsmart Pep Guardiola and his men? Let me know your thoughts on the comment section of this video. Bye for now.